Hi dudes, now I'm here to explain a topic called short circuit protection and overload protection. Short circuit protection. We are connecting a circuit, okay? Source directly to the battery, it will become a short circuit and overload. Okay, we already know. Overload protection using diodes. To protect a series regulator current overload, we can add three components as shown. What is that? Transistor, resistor and diode. The 1 ohm resistor is the series with the output so that all the current flow through it. As the current increases, a voltage will change across the resistor as a Ohm's law. We already know that Ohm's law is V is equal to IR. V is a voltage, I is current and R is resistor. Comparison of basics between diode and Zener diode. This is diode and that is Zener diode. Both diodes and Zener diodes have different function and basics bias. Left, rectifier diodes requires a forward bias to work, and right, Zener diodes requires a reverse bias to work. This is Zener diode circuit, the most common part of the circuit. Tuning the circuit around will make the overload as follow. The output at 100 mA, the voltage is 11.99 volt. The voltage at the base of the transistor is 12.6 and the emitter voltage is 12 volt. Look at A minus B point. The most important point to know is a diode is a forward bias. Switching at will drop maximum of 0.6 volt. Diode helps steady voltage. Two diodes, the maximum voltage they will allow to be developed across them is 1.2 volt. This means the maximum voltage between point A and B will be 1.2 volt. Internal ritual circuit. This is the circuit of Zener diode, right? The Zener diode operates by using a breakdown voltage or some called Zener diode voltage when it will work during this reverse bias. During this breakdown, the voltage drop with the Zener diode will be constant. From this principle, we can use the Zener diode to maintain a constant voltage. Let's increase the current to 500 mA. It looks the previous. The output voltage is lower than the 200 mA load. It is 11.5 volt. The voltage drop across the transistor 1 ohm changes. V1 according to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. VR1 is equal to I into R, which is equal to 0.5 amps into 1 ohm, which is equal to 0.5 volt. Its outputs and the current increase at the slightly reduced voltage. At 500 mA, the voltage between point A and B has increased to 12.6 minus 11.5, which is equal to 1.1 volt. This is still below 1.2 volt and thus the diodes do not have any effect at this current flow. 500 mA current to lower output voltage. When we use 500 mA current to the load, the voltage level as shown in the diagram below. The transistor turns on slightly harder to deliver the current and this has produced voltage difference of 12.7 minus 11.45, which is equal to 11.25 volts. Now the diode's limits increase the current will lower the output automatically. You see that the diodes are helping as the voltage across them does not over 1.2 volts. The voltage difference between the point A minus B can never exceed 1.2 volts because of the clamping effects of two diodes D1 and D2. Any increase in the current will lower the output voltage, but this voltage will pass straightly back to the base via the diodes and this turns the transistor off. This will gives a lower output voltage. The next result will reduce the output voltage so that the maximum current flowing will not exceed 550 mA. As you know, Ohm's law, a lower voltage applied to the load will result in lower current flow. Short circuit protection using diodes. Let us learn the case of short circuit. Look at this diagram. Point A will have shown off to 1.2 volts and this emitter will appears at 0.6 volt. At point B is 0.0 volt. The current will short circuit will be 550 mA. We will see that this is easy, but its table is not good enough for some equipments. Overload protection using transistor. Q1 is the series pass transistor and Q2 is a sensing amplifier. Q3 is overload detector. Thank you guys.